Hi friends, this is Anjani Kumar. Welcome to 9SEM. In the previous session, I was talking about the personal hygiene. So I want to continue from there. And today I'm going to talk about the face and head. How we can protect, how we can maintain the hygiene by face and head. As you know, bacteria live in the nose, mouth, throat, and ears of humans and can be transferred to food, work surfaces, and equipment by the food handler. Bacteria also live in hair and on the scalp. Unwashed hair carries more bacteria. Bacteria from the food handler's hair can easily fall into food. The food handler should avoid coughing or sneezing into the food, avoid touching face and head, particularly mouth, nose, and ears, keep hair covered with a net or a cap, wash hair frequently, and never comb hair in a food area or while wearing protective clothing. Food handlers must wear adequate, suitable, clean, and protective clothing, head covering, and footwear. Protective clothing must be kept clean. Everyday clothes can bring bacteria into the food area. The purpose of protective over clothing is to prevent contamination from this source. But bacteria can also be spread if the overclothing or uniform is soiled. Food can be protected from the risk of contamination if the food handler wears clean protective clothing where appropriate. Does not wear the protective clothing away from work. Visitors to the food manufacturing, preparation or handling areas should, where necessary, also wear protective clothing and adhere to other personal hygiene behaviors. So next one is jewelry. It is not a good idea to wear jewelry in a food area. Bacteria and food can gather on items such as rings and bangles. The area of skin underneath the jewelry warms up, thus further encouraging the growth of bacteria. Similar rules apply to watches. If a watch must be worn, it should be removed before washing hands so that the wrists and forearms also can be washed. Earrings, finger rings, and gemstones may fall into food. So next one is wounds. Cuts, grazes, scratches, and boils can quickly become infected with germs. The best way to prevent them from spreading to the food that is being handled is to make sure that all such wounds are properly covered. The food handler must keep all wounds covered by waterproof band-aids. Inform supervisor about wearing a band-aid as they may not be allowed to handle food. Now, the next one is no smoking or chewing of tobacco. One must not smoke cigarette or bidi, chew tobacco or spit while handling food or in an area where food is manufactured. This may lead to contamination to food, and thus each one has a duty to adopt good personal hygiene practices. Hands can pick up bacteria either from the mouth or cigarette or bidi, and bacteria can be transferred to a work surface when the cigarette is laid down. Cigarette ash can fall into food. Next one is reporting illness. If the food handler feels unwell or suffers from stomach disorder, cold or cough, eye or ear discharge, it is important to report this to the supervisor. If someone living in the same place as the food handler is suffering from diarrhea, this must also be reported to the supervisor or employer. The employer may require other illness to be reported too. So this is all about the personal hygiene. I think I have covered all the things, and thank you.